Hey, what's up, Lows and Lets? It's X and the Temptress from Gas House, North Carolina. I decided to do a video response for Juggalos and Lo and his video on Why Are You a Juggalo? Well, your first question was, what was the first song that you heard from ICP or Psychopathic or whatever? And this was the first song that I ever heard. This ABK Warrior. Yeah, that was the first song that I heard. Actually, it was back in 2004 when I started high school. I was 14 years old, and first people that really talked to me when I started high school was a few juggalos. I have no idea why. They just walked up to me and started talking to me. I'll never forget who it was. It was Heather Brooks, Stevie Lick, and this guy that everybody called Gonads, or Puppy. I called him Puppy, but a lot of people called him Gonads. But they just walked up to me and started talking to me. They were all in my gym class, which was my second period. And I started hanging out with them, and they always wore like ICP shirts and like listened to it, and like would like talk in like this secret code that I didn't understand or whatever. Like they were actually like saying lyrics and like shit, and I'd be like, what? Well, one day Puppy made me a CD. It was a mix CD with a bunch of Psychopathic on it, and he was like, go home and listen to this. I was like, okay. Popped the CD in. This was the first song that came on. And at the time, I listened to straight, like, Slipknot, Mudvayne, Marilyn Manson, Lamb of God. Like, I was all into metal and rock and shit. And I was like, what kind of fucking shit is this? You know, I was like, this shit is whack at first. You know, I was like, fuck it, whatever, I ain't listening to this. I went back to school and I was like, dude, what was that? What did you give me? I don't listen to shit like that. And he was like, alright. Well, I'm going to make you another CD, but this time I want you to listen to the lyrics. And I was like, okay. Well, he went and he made me a burnt copy of The Wraith, Shangri-La, The Amazing Jackal Brothers, and The Wraith, Hell's Pit. And he told me when he gave them to me, he said, I want you to listen to this one first. And he was talking about Shangri-La. So I said, okay, you know, whatever. I listened to it. And it still, I was kind of like, you know, rap, really. But I listened to it a little more and more, and I, like, you know, kept playing the songs over and listening to the words. And, you know, some of the songs, like, really made me crack up and laugh and shit. And, the one that really got to me was Homes. I know that sounds so typical, but, you know, I go into this high school and, you know, I really don't even know anybody, hardly. And just these random people just take me in and, you know, love me for no reason. And, you know, so that song really, like, touched me. And, you know, I just kind of kept getting more burnt CDs from him. I'd start looking it up on the internet, you know, watching videos, and I got to know a lot more juggalos. Like, we all started hanging out at Joe Muggs and Books A Million. That was where, like, all of the older juggalos hung out at. And then we started going to the Turnaround, which is like this really cool church that on Friday nights they you can come and park your car and just hang out, and they give free hot dogs and soda and stuff like that, and they just let you hang out. And that's where I met a lot of the juggalos that I know now. And that's pretty much really what got me into it. My first concert was Twisted's, I can't remember what tour it was, because I was, you know, a little broke 14-year-old. Sorry, text message in the middle of my video. Anyways, I can't remember what tour it was. I was, you know, broke. I didn't get a tour shirt. I just remember I was just super happy to be there. It was Twisted, and it was right when Man's Myth and Mutant came out. I want to say it was the Man's Myth tour, but sorry if I'm wrong. And I remember ABK played at that show, and Twisted played. And I don't remember the bands before. It was actually the first time I'd ever smoked weed. But it was amazing. Like, just actually, like, the funnest part for me was like standing out in the line and getting sprayed with Faygo, and like just people I didn't know just coming up to me and hugging me, and you know, just started talking to me. Where are you from? You know, how old are you? What's your name? And you're pretty, or you know, I like your shoes, or whatever. You know, just chit chatting and shit, and it was amazing. But yeah, the reason why I would say is after listening to Shangri-La, I think that's probably the deepest CD that ICP's put out. If you really listen to the words, at the time, before I started listening, I was atheist. And when I started listening to Shangri-La, I got this really, really strong feeling. And it just made me feel like there was a reason for me living. Like there was a bigger picture than just us being here on earth. And, you know, and for these people to show it to me and, you know, accept me. Some people just need to get in touch with me, apparently. Yeah, those people just showing me this and, you know, accepting me and loving me and everything, it just, that's why I'm a juggalo. That's the family, the vibe that I get, the feeling that I can't control. I feel like I'm fucking on clouds. I don't even have to be smoking weed or anything, and I just feel an amazing high. And that is why I am a juggalo, and yep, that's pretty much it.